me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from where niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust and that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Job, that's my brother, you know we moving tax. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga. Go.
Yo, shout it out to everybody in the building. Everybody that's going to pull up in the building, everybody that'll catch the replay. I think we're going to have a pretty good turnout for this one tonight. A few people asked me to do this story. I was trying to find out the most important information pertaining to the story before I decided to divulge into it. But you know me, once I got into finding out the actual events of this sad, horrific story, I had to do my take on it and do a little investigative report on it. You dig what I'm saying? So, to the people in here, if you got your children watching the show with you, I'm asking for parental recognition to the parents. That may be why I have a lot of people that tell me that they watch my show with their children. I got a lot of friends that their kids, especially their teenagers and all that, I think they can handle this. But I'm talking about to the ones that might have babies in the room that's around, because I've heard a few people. Shout out to China Brim. Shout out to Miss Miyagi. That's one of the ones they told me when they go live too. The kids can sit up. His mom. Shout out to Mama Bev. You know, it's a lot of Mama Dab. Excuse me. It's a lot of things that happen on YouTube, and I don't think as a matter of fact, a good majority of the stuff is not for children to be exposed to or to witness. But it's at the parents' discretion. So, you know, parents' advisory on this live right here, because there's going to be some horrific details and some topics, and I might get a little pissed off because I'm already pissed off about this particular story right here. So if y'all can hear me crystal clear, y'all know the slogan, anybody but a dead body. Do me a favor, throw some dice cubes up there, let me know everything is going right. If I can shout out everybody that's typed so far and the people that's coming up in the building, and shout out to Artist Morrison and Tizzle Tay, Queen Jayla over there at Lightside. They did a great, Jayla and Artist did a fire ass show. I shared it on my live. I'm telling everybody that's in here right now that show that I shared on my live and my community board, that show is fire. I mean, fire. And I've always gave Jayla her props for that. I'm gonna give her props now because that's what kind of disappointed me about Queen Jayla, the person that I've understood to know. Very intelligent sister, man. Straight from out the hood. Ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? She got a great heart. But her intellectual side and point of views are very, very interesting. So shout out to her and Artist Morrison for that show they did. Great show. Shout out to Artist Morrison and Tizzle Tay, the show that they was doing tonight. Also, fire content. Talking about fire content. Appreciate you, Kills22, for letting me know that the audio is clear. We got Chilling with Love up in the building. It's the first one to pull up. We got my sis 7 up in the building. You know, we got Kills22 up in the building. We got the sis Miss Harlem / Brooklyn NYC. Mr. Net is in the building. We got City Boy Floyd. Big Brooklyn shit is in the building. I said I got to do this show for y'all. It's going to be a quick one. Got to go to work tomorrow. And I'm growing my beard in. I'm growing my beard back in. I decided to grow my beard back in. Soon I'm going to get it looking real good again, you know. But this show right here, I specifically and particularly want the mothers and the fathers that have daughters. Matter of fact, this is for all children because there's predators from all motherfucking angles out there. But I'm going to explain something to the ladies. I remember I watched this show one time called Good Times. Katie the Kid, salute. You said, what's good, Dice and everybody in the building? You heard it? It was an episode on Good Times where Thelma was 16 years old and she was about to go out with a young man that was 21 years old. Pay attention to this. Thelma from Good Times, there was a scene, a show where she was supposed to go out with a man that was 21 years old. The man that played the young man at that particular time is the same dude that played Tubbs in Miami Vice, Philip Michael Thomas. Check this out. I just want to get something together. James Evans was always the father of the household. The man, what he said was law. Shout out to his wife, Florida Evans, the one that played the character, whoever that role was. The teamwork that they displayed, especially in hardship, going through poverty, excellent foundation for children to be raised and pay attention to. But pay attention to this. The guy was 21 years old and he wanted to date Thelma. So he was writing a thesis. He was writing a thesis on women, young teenage girls in our neighborhoods. He wrote a thesis on the interactions and the interviews that he had with a certain amount of females in the projects. Now, this is the part that was crazy. The name of the book was Sexual Exploitation in the Ghetto. Florida found the motherfucking book. She started going crazy. First, she thought it was JJ's. Then she thought it was Michael's. So she's sitting up there arguing with JJ and Michael because it never crossed her mind that a book pertaining to sexual exploitation in the ghetto would be her daughters. Virgo Twin, I see you in the building. I don't know if y'all seen this episode. Philip Michael Thomas, Thelma, Good Times. She's 16 years old. He's 21 years old. James is a little upset about the interaction between an adult to the eyes of the world and his 16-year-old daughter. So then This is the scenario that flips up. When James came out the room, because he wanted to know what all the commotion was about, Florida said, look what your child has in this house. Sexual exploitation in the ghetto. So automatically, James assumed that this book was JJ's. Now pay attention. When he thought that it was his male offspring, he was congratulating. He was kind of supportive. He was like, yo, why you ain't come talk to me, son? He was like, you dirty dog, you devil, you. He said, come on, man. You could have came and talked to Pop about certain things. So JJ looked at him and was like, Dad, it's not my book. Rose gold salute. So Florida started flipping. She was like, yo, how dare you? What type of role model are you setting for your son, James? You're sitting up here encouraging him like you're going to some party looking like two sailors. James replied, come on, Florida. That ain't nothing but a little nonsense somebody put together. JJ is a growing young man. Certain things he's going to have to go through and he's going to have to experience. Now, pay attention to the mindset of a man. Find out your son is out there. Women are attracted to him. You're trying to give him some moves. You know, make sure you got a condom. Make sure you treat her like a woman. Make sure she has to say yes. When she says no, I don't care how you feel. No is no. Certain things, you know, you talk to your son. But when Florida told him the book belonged to Thelma, he went crazy. Yo, Rose, you remember that one? That's why I fuck with you, Rose. That's why I fuck with you. That's why I fuck with you. This is a true story I'm telling y'all. James went crazy. And then Florida just looked at him like this, like, how dare you be a hypocrite? Because when you felt as though it was for your son, you was so happy. But when you find out it's for your daughter, why would you go upset like that? So James started flipping. Thelma, what type of damn nerve is you bringing that type of stuff? What is you going through? And another? So check this out. Come to find out, the young man that wanted to go out with Thelma, that was 21 years old, he popped up at the apartment and knocked on the door, and James came inside. And then all of a sudden he said, so I see y'all are reading my book. So then James went super crazy. This is all facts. Rose can tell you, James went super crazy. He was like, what's up with you, young man? What's wrong with you writing some filth and some dirt up in this book about my daughter? He pressed him. And then he looked at him and said, no. Hold on. He said, go to page 18. Am I fronting, Rose? He said, that whole segment in there I wrote was about your daughter. So now James is getting more and more enraged. Because number one, this is a 21-year-old man. His daughter is 16, and he knew what he was acting like when he was 21 years old. When he went and told Florida to turn to page 18, this was the deepest part. That's why I'm doing this show. Virgo Child, this was the episode when Philip Michael Thomas, that plays Tubbs on Miami Vice, was a younger dude, and he was coming to take Thelma out on a date. But he was writing a thesis pertaining to sexual exploitation in the ghetto. So at first, James thought that the book was something disrespectful. AP, I see you in the building. Old Brooklyn, you heard me? East New York. When James found out that it was a segment about Thelma, he told Florida, he said, Joe, go to that page and tell me what it says. See, in the thesis that the young man was making, he was going around checking out certain things pertaining to teen pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, STDs, in the projects, in the neighborhoods. He said he went and had a thesis and talked to young ladies. GP, salute. About their sexual advances, or if they had any or not. Now check this out. the thesis of the segment that he wrote in his thesis about Thelma said, he has noticed that when it comes to a family that's structured with a father and a mother, it seems like the outcome of a little girl is much more different. To make a long story short, check this out, parents. This goes to the ladies and the gentlemen. Gentlemen, you better pay attention to your little girls. And ladies, you better make sure that you're making sure your children have that relationship, especially them little girls with their fathers. Fuck all that grudge shit. You mad because he cheated on you. He had another baby. Y'all ain't together. You upset. No. Fuck all that. Think about these children. Let's get into this work after.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
I'm back, y'all. Pardon me. Had to go get a little beverage. Forgive me. There are too many. Appreciate you, Rose Gold, for that. For everybody else that want to check it, if you have a Fire Stick, it's the 6th episode of season 2. Appreciate you, Rose Gold. And see, Rose Gold, I wanted to fight you. I'm so glad I came back to my senses on YouTube. Yo, Liddy, salute. I'm so glad I came back to my senses on YouTube. One day I was arguing. I popped up on a panel, me and Rose Gold going at it. We going at it. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. We both in Fayetteville. Let me tell you how fucked up YouTube is. That next day, I was going to Cross Creek Mall to the Pandora store. Rose go laughing. He tell you this. Rose got me so mad. I'm like, yo, meet me, boy. Rose like, fuck you, nigga. I'm going to be there. He trolling the fuck out of me. My ass really there. You know how stupid I am? My dumb ass is really stupid. That man could have had me lined up like I was in a barbershop. That's how stupid and ignorant you two make people. Dog Soldier, my brother, I see you. Oh, my God. St. Mark's, long live Pop. ABG, I see you, brother. Happy New Year. I ain't seen you since last New Year. It's last year, brother. It's been a while. Oh, how time flies when we are trying to get $1. We got any fellas in the building that got little girls? If you got a little girl, put up a dice cube. Tanja, I see you in the building. Y'all heard me correct. Tanja. Tanja. Not Tanya. Tanja Rastafari. Rose Gold said he got a little daughter. I'm glad you're here, Rose. Any other brothers up in here got daughters? How about the ladies in the building? Any of y'all here ain't got a daughter? I love you more, boy. You already know that. It's going to always be us, never them. Any ladies up in here? You got a daughter? Tanja says she got a daughter. That's two. Rose said he got two daughters. You blessed, beloved. That mean you was a pimp. You was a hoe. Yeah, you was a hoe, Rose Gold. You was a hoe. I know how you niggas is with them dreads. It's something about them niggas with them dreads. It's something about them niggas with them dreads. He's a hoe. Yep, he was a hoe one time because my grandfather always told me, he said, the worst curse God ever gave him was my mother. My grandfather said the worst curse God ever did to him was give him my mother. Monique, I see you in the building. Yo, ABG, you already know. I know your whole family, boy. Junebug, Pop. Come on, man. Y'all niggas, y'all come from a long line of cold-blooded cocksmen, baby. This is some real Brooklyn shit. Monique, I see you. Miss Annette said everyone failed that poor girl, including her mother. I'm so glad y'all here because y'all gonna get mad at me tonight. Russian Princess, I see you in the building. Y'all gonna get mad at me tonight, y'all. And I'll drop the link if anybody want to pull up for this one because this is grown folks conversation. I started this segment and I'm proud of it. I am proud of something that I accomplished. Shout out to Zeke Black, the Godfather. He back, Feed the Wolves. Anybody could drop the link for me for Zeke Black, Feed the Wolves. Dog Soldiers in the building. Shout out to my guy, Hank McCoy, FTC Vice, my brother from another mother. He should be popping up any second. Can you dig it? This goes out to the people that got daughters. Daughters. Daddy's little girls. Daddy's little girls. Club Fortune, I see you, beloved. Let me ask you something, y'all. In this situation right here, it's a 13-year-old little girl. A 13-year-old little girl. KD, you from Brooklyn. I already know what time it is. May she rest in peace too, beloved. And see, let me tell you something. Before I get into this story, I didn't finish the story. My grandfather said that the reason why my mother was the worst curse that God ever did to him because it made him so protective and dangerous because that was his daughter. It made him think about certain times when he didn't really give 100% to certain women. When he was out there just sowing his oats, he thought about how times he said he manipulated women. So all these things ran in his head. Was there going to be men that manipulate my daughter? Are there going to be men that are going to sleep with my daughter and leave? This is the curse of a father with daughters. You know why this is a touchy subject? Because I'm a parent. I don't have a little girl. Do you see the innocence in this particular picture of this young lady? FTC Vice, I see you in the building. I just said your name. Now, do you see how her picture of innocence, pay attention, pigtails, in school, looking like an A student, glasses, friendly smile, valedictorian material. Now look. Now look. Now look. I want to know whose fault is it? Is it the mother's fault? Is it the father's fault? We already know that animal. We already know we ain't gonna get into what he's eligible to be talked about, because it's death to all pedophiles in my heart. So she was groomed, guys. Monique said, beautiful soul. He groomed that child through the mother. Okay, now, again, whose fault is it? Pay attention to what Twin said. Because people not paying attention, just like they're doing with Puff. If you pay attention to that new documentary on Puff, How to Make a Bad Boy, they fuck Puff up, y'all. They fucked that kid up, man. They fucked that man up. They turned him into that demon. First one to say it. I ain't agreeing with nothing he did. The only thing that I'm upset about him, I'm going to keep it funky with you. I said it from day one, is anything pertaining to children. Anything pertaining to sexually advancing on someone without their right, without them in their consent, without them in their right mind. You drugging people and all that, if that's true, that's the only thing I got against you. But they fucked him up. She said it's everyone's fault, but it stemmed from the ringleader, the grandmother. Can I ask y'all one very important question? Smash that like button. We about to get dangerous tonight. Thank y'all. It's 21 likes. I appreciate it for everybody. It's 24. We can get 24, can't we? This is grown folks conversation. Job, salute. I told you that's really me on the gram too, Job. So I sent the invite. Make sure you get it right. Now, pay attention to what Monique just said. This is Cali love. You got Cali inside. She said he was a serial PED, pedophile. He looked for women with girls. The whole hood knew this. That's what I'm hearing. No, they took my original page. Joff. Remember I kept telling people I was trying to find it? They took my original page. If you go to the page on the Big Dice Chronicles, y'all, if y'all don't see this, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now, Joff, what to look for. Type in the Big Dice Chronicles. And this right here is my avatar, y'all. That's my avatar right there now. If you want to come up the gram, that's it right there. The Big Dice Chronicles on Instagram. That's me, Joff. I know you want some funny shit. That's me. That's me, beloved. That's a dead page. I can't even find the shit, Joff. I can't even find the shit. Can't even find that shit up in here, bro. Show y'all my shit right now. Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do right now, Joff. I just hit your whatchamacallit. Watch this. Watch this. Famous Pizza. Fontana. I just put let's go there. That's me. On your story with the Famous Pizza, Fontana, I just put let's go. That's me. Tizzle Tay, I see you in the building, girl. Yo, I got a hell of a... Yo, Tizzle. Oh, I got a motherfucking idea. We can't talk about it. I'm gonna hit artists after this live. I want you and Queen Jayla, me and artists to start something. I got it. I got the show. I got the show. And we can go from each one's platform. We could do it over here. We could do it on artists. We could do it on yours. We could do it on Jayla. I would seriously and sincerely be honored if you, Jayla, and artists, I'm going to hit y'all on the gram about this motherfucking idea I got. The show the artist did with Jayla the other night, I shared that shit. Fire. The show with you and artists, I was coming home from work today. Fire. Yo, Tizzle, do me a favor. I need you to keep that energy on the bro. I'm going to stay on his back now. I'm going to be on his back. I'm going to be on his back. Humble Gemini, I seen you in the building. Salute, sis. Matter of fact, dig the bro right there. Yo, artist, I got an idea, bro. When I finish this live, I'm going to hit you. I got an idea. Me, you, Tizzle Tay, Queen Jayla, do it on my platform, do it on your platform, do it on Tizzle platform, do it on Jayla platform. Grown folks conversation. I told y'all, I am the founder of the grown folks sector. Top Shots, I see you in the building. When they was doing a show earlier, they was talking about the same situation right here. We got to get into this work tonight, y'all, because I still haven't had anybody answer the question yet. Whose fault is this? Whose fault is this beautiful little girl right here is no longer with us? And whose fault is this that this beautiful little girl got in the eyes and the arms of this predator? I want to know whose fault that is. Ain't nobody gave me the right answer yet. And until somebody give me the right answer, we ain't going nowhere. Jav said, it's the mother fault. I agree to disagree. And the reason why I say this is, Jav, because if you pay attention to how it go 1, 2, 3. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and child. Sun, moon, and stars. Club Fortune said the grandfather. Tizzle Tay said the grandmother fault. Actually, the parents' fault. Artist said the mother. Uh-oh. Pay attention to this right here. Shout out to Monique. It's certain times you know that a person will do an answer that'll make me put a gun in their hand over here because this is grown folks conversation. Pay attention to what she just said, y'all. It's the trifling mother fault. But the reason why I had to give it a half point for that is because where the fuck is the father at?
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, gave him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Shout out to Kills 22, Gun Time. Shout out to FTC Vice, he already Team Guardian. That's the father's fault. A lot of y'all don't even really want to admit this. Yeah, you know why I stopped blaming women? I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. You know why I stopped blaming women for certain things? Because I've tricked women. For real. And then it was times I was around some women when I was getting money and I didn't even understand or gave a fuck if they was really interested in a kid like that because I was just around for a second or two. You dig? I had a conversation before on the show about the word hoe. Well, that bitch is a hoe. She fucked this nigga. She fucked that nigga. She fucked this nigga. She fucked that nigga. She fucked this nigga. Let me ask you something. How many of them did she love? How many of them did she think loved her? Or did she just make a declaration to say she gonna fuck who she want to as a motherfucking adult? That's a hoe? Nah, I don't call that no hoe. See, because my mother told me a long time ago, anybody that watched my shows from the beginning, there's two types of women in this world. There's hoes and there's whores. Before y'all go crazy, lady, listen to what I'm saying to you. There's two types of women in this world. There's hoes and there's whores. And the reason why there's a difference is because whores fuck because they want to. I mean, hoes fuck because they want to. And whores fuck because they have to. It's a big difference, y'all. Yeah, you took usage, y'all. Let's rock the lady, y'all. Next stars, I see you.
In the big and the dad, life is hard, y'all. I'm in for my big one. All night in the big and I ain't never cry. Elvira, nigga. I wish when I called that I had to die. Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversation. Me in the streets, we had a conversation. Being broke was the motivation. They said they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had a conversation. I got a baller when he found the block. God gave me the pill, Satan gave me a Glock. I met her once, she gave me the top. Of your life, you want it or not. Being broke was the motivation. Go through all the pain that I couldn't make. I told Satan, suck a dick, I went and lost my faith in it. I was told if you want it, then go and take it. I got seeds worth the minds, and I got enemies, in other words, obstacles, gotta bleed. I Glock 9, a real so the need. I was sitting in the bin crying on my knees. I sat down and had a drink with me. I was thinking if my mama do, she think of me. My mama told me see my daddy when she look at me. Even though I love my aunt, I turned it to a speed. My nightmares, they turn into a dream. My money thoughts turn into a scheme. And think that life's a game. And the shooting got no pain. I popped the bean and then I left the earth. Nigga had a gun, he kept it in his purse. My youngin' shot that, put him in a verse. I'm a rider, mirror tints on a black hearse. White man don't understand that being black hurts. Mama crying on the steps in front of a church. Crippin' is solidified. Yeah, I see my brother die. Little wanna slide. They ready for the homicide. Lord, take the pain away. My gun sing a lullaby. Ran from parole, I had to hustle, I ain't never hide. Tripping in the league and I was tweaking, I ain't never cried. Real multiplied, nigga, we don't never die. 100 grand flat in the streets, I had you dead. 100 round jump, big choppy, I'll be head. You used to get beside me, signs couldn't find me. See, we was in the trenches, and nigga just living grimy. Yeah, getting too much money up the hill, they tried to lie me. Dominican, she freaky, give me toppy in the lobby. Yeah, you pushing, what you swiping cards. Yeah, I spin the block like I spin the yard. Yeah, you stay inside or you catch a charge. Yeah, my nigga pray to God because they life is hard. My niggas in the Bing wishing they was home. Been there, done that. My you ain't not alone. Me in the streets, we had the conversations. Being broke was the motivations. They say they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had the conversations. Me in the streets, we had the conversations. Being broke was the motivations. They say they love me, but they really hate me. Me in the streets had the conversations.
Shout out to the people. Pardon me, I was on mute that came in the building. Big Net Stars, I appreciate you. Salute, God. Peace. I appreciate you for pulling up. Miss Queen Gigi is in the building. We got the bro from Another Mo. DMW Shots is in the building. SMM Jeezy is here. You know what I'm saying? Grown folks conversation. I appreciate everybody pulling up in the building. This is something that they asked me to do a show about. Shout out to Drop Guard. But I just don't like jumping into shows without really paying attention. I'm going to go into 3 little segments about this show. We're going to sit down and we're going to build on it. Drop the link if y'all want to pull up and talk. You know, y'all more than ever. Intelligence over ignorance. We ain't even got to say that shit over here. I don't even know why I just said that shit. SMM Jeezy too, man. You got to stop doing that shit. I need my nigga SMM Jeezy to start coming up here fucking with that stage again. Because from a different perspective, SMM Jeezy, he really outside. Like, and he got a mind that's very, very, very razor sharp. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you home over here, boy. You dig what I'm saying? So when you want to come up here and build about anything, you know, we here. You dig what I'm saying? This is what I tried to like put together with Team Guardian over here, like a safe space. Like, if anybody been watching me from day one, this has always been like a safe spot. Like for real. For everything. Everybody's welcome over here. Tall, fat, white, gay, lesbian. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. As long as your motherfucking heart's sincere and you pure, because I don't judge people. It's on my arm. It's tattooed on my arm. Only God could judge me. A lot of shit that I used to look at from an ignorant point of view because I didn't understand it. Everything ain't to be understood. Everything is not to be known. Expect from the Most High. So, you dig? That's how we like to rock. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that's been fucking with us. You already know, Jeezy. You home over here. You know what I'm saying? But this show I'm about to get into, y'all, like I said, if you got the kids around, I respect it because I think a lot of us need to be aware about this. Yo, ladies, all jokes aside, pay attention more to who you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, I'm not knocking. You know, let me tell y'all something. I can't knock nobody for being alone. And you can't knock nobody for being lonely. And one thing I learned, thank God for everybody in here that understands right from wrong. But then we got to be empathetic, not sympathetic, empathetic. My grandmother always told me this. We can't be sympathetic. We have to be empathetic for the people that weren't raised like us. We just got to be grateful for the morale and the integrity compass that we hold. You dig what I'm saying? But you still got to pray for people, man, because some people, especially people that's been hurt, that's all they know how to do is hurt because of a bunch of anger that's held inside. That's a fact. Gigi said that's good. Oh, no, we don't play them games over here, Queen. Nah. Any Any Holy Bible or Quran, it says, come to me as you are. People have misinterpretations about certain things. If people pay attention, if you watch the movie Gladiator 2 with Denzel Washington, you watch the original Gladiator, if you watch Seizure, homosexuality and lesbianism has been here for years. It's just been concealed. It was like a taboo of something not to talk about. That's why I think a lot of people go through so many horrific experiences pertaining to their sexuality. What I mean by that is some people that decide to unalive themselves, or they're unalived by someone in fear for somebody knowing what they may be doing. That shit is weird, y'all. That shit is weird. I'm from Utica Avenue. We don't do no shit like that, man. We don't do goofy shit like that where I'm from. Like that's on my mother's grave. Like my mom's best friend, Mike. Matter of fact, Michelle, excuse me. My mom's passed. That nigga gave me an envelope full of money and tears talking about your mother, the first person that I told who I was, and she's been my friend since. She's talking about from junior high school. You dig what I'm saying? And rest in peace to motherfucking Michelle. You dig what I'm saying? One of the flyest bitches on Utica Avenue. If you didn't call him a bitch, the nigga might pull his gun out on you. Like on some real shit. And that was one of the nicest people I've ever met in my motherfucking life. And my mother told me some of the stories that he had told her. She said she taking them shits to her grave. I'm like, Mom, but what happened? What happened with Mike? And why didn't she was like, that ain't none of your business. See, that's how we was raised. That's how I was raised. Certain shit, if people choose you to confine them about certain things, you need to keep that shit like a vault. But this show right here, we're going to get into this whole little segment about this young lady, man. May she rest in peace, man. This shit right here. The part I'm going to get into first. Let's just get into it, man. This is crazy. Fair YouTube uses.
Today, another child takes the stand detailing the alleged sexual abuse she survived at the hands of a man accused of killing 13-year-old Naziah Harris. That testimony and new DNA analysis playing a key role in determining whether Jarvis Butts will ultimately stand trial for murder.
If you are unfamiliar with the case, so let's get you caught up with a quick timeline. Naziah Harris went missing almost 2 years ago to the day. It was January 9th, 2024.
Her remains have never been found, but prosecutors arrested this man right here. He's 41-year-old Jarvis Butts. Arrested him on September 27th, and today he was in a Detroit courtroom for a preliminary hearing. Sean Lay was in that courtroom for all of it. Sean, prosecutors say there is a clear motive here.
There is, and we're going to get to that right away, guys. This is just like the Zion Foster case. You're talking about a teen allegedly abused by an adult here, then goes missing, presumed killed. We're talking about Naziah Harris, just 13 years old. Her body has never been found. Her family continues to try to find justice in this case. Here are the new details we're learning inside court today.
Everything is in my phone. Y'all have possession of my phone. Take a look at it. Go through it. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why would she say.
This is the first time we're hearing the voice of Jarvis Butts. He is 41 years old. He is accused of the sexual abuse and murder of a 13-year-old girl named Naziah Harris. She was related to one of Butts' many girlfriends, and he called Naziah his niece. The teen was last seen with Butts after school last January 9th. Then Naziah Harris went missing. Police brought Butts in for this interrogation during a search for her, where Butts told police everything he knew about the girl was on his cell phone that police seized during a search warrant. You have to listen very closely to pick up what Butts is saying, but he says he has nothing to hide. A co-worker of Butts testified that Butts and Naziah Harris were at their auto repair shop the evening Naziah Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw Naziah was weeks before. All right, back here live. This preliminary hearing, this isn't a trial, guys. Preliminary hearing goes into day 4 tomorrow. More than 24 witnesses already, 6 more witnesses tomorrow. That's because no remains have ever been found. So
Annette said the father died, may he rest in peace, during the search for his daughter. This shit is disrespectful. See, because I'm gonna do some more research on this because I hope this don't come out to be one of them situations where, unfortunately, another woman is upset and vengeful and keeping their child away from the father because of issues that weren't resolved between parents. Like my mother said, some women play the pawn game with children. And that said, what's sad, this happened last year. Why is just now getting all this attention? Because he's going to trial now. And it's being brought back up. Dog said, yo, Dice, some a real Hillman Roach move amongst good people, my lord. For real. Like, yo, this is serious. Like, yo, shout out to Artist Morrison, too. Shout out to Artist Morrison. If you don't know nothing about him, he's very serious about his daughters. And he's supposed to be. It's some fucking weirdos running around. Ever since these cell phones. And let me tell you something. I'm not trying to sound funny, y'all. I'm going to be dead serious. These computers in these schools are disgusting. When I was coming up, pay attention. There were 2 computers in a classroom. Never forget, because computers was introduced to us in the 5th grade. So from the 5th grade to junior high school, it was either 2 computers or 1 computer in the classroom. And each student had an annual time to be on that computer that was monitored by that teacher. You know, the teacher be standing over you like this. Oh, what are you looking for? And you're going through, oh, and then come back and that teacher coming back still saying, well, how's it going along with the project? See, pay attention. When we got in high school, this is when they became lenient. They said, you know what? We're going to give them computer lab rooms now. These are rooms that are mostly unmonitored, or if there is a teacher in there, it's not a teacher that's going to be there. It's going to be an extension of a guidance counselor. Russian princess said he died looking for her and she could care less. Dog, they still haven't found this young lady's body. The reason why I played that segment first yet, because now that he's going to trial in future days to come, there's another person, another child that has came forward and said all the accusations about him, and rest in peace, Miss Naziah Harris, has happened to her, but she's still alive. But let's get a little more into this Naziah Harris thing, because see, this is real deep now. This is some deep shit now. Everything we need to know, we're going to get into it right now. So do me a favor, y'all. Pay attention to your children if they're in the room. But goddamn it, some people need to hear the truth.
Body never found, but we have learned so much about what detectives believe happened to her in the time leading up to her murder.
Tomorrow morning, the case moves to Wayne County Circuit Court, where the man accused of killing her, Jarvis Butts, will be arraigned on murder charges. Our Sean Lay has covered this case since his arrest, and tonight takes us inside the case. Sean?
3 names to remember here. Zion Foster, Detroit teen. There was a search for her right at this very Lenox Township landfill. Now, Ashley Elkins, there's a search going on for her right now at this same landfill. Naziah Harris, there was not a search here at the landfill. A chief investigator on that case is also here, however. There's a search for her Metro Detroit wide. Let's focus on Naziah Harris right now and catch you up on the things you did not know about that disturbing case. Detroit should never forget the name Naziah Harris. Now, just take a moment and look at the last photo taken of this child. Naziah Harris was a child. She was 13 years old. Study her face. Look at the light in her eyes. Naziah took this final photo of herself at school January 9th, 2024. She was never seen again. Prosecutors believe she was pregnant. She was brutally murdered. The child's body has never been found. When charges were brought, Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy highlighted this photo in a heartbreaking way.
She is smiling and waving and saying hello. But little did she know that she was really saying goodbye.
The next thing Detroit should never forget is how 36th District Court Judge Aaliyah Sabri at a hearing last week called out many adults in Naziah's life, saying they also failed this child.
From what I have heard over the last 4 days and 5 days total, is that several people failed her. I don't know where her mother is. I don't know anything other than that she was forced to live in a home where she was not protected or given the adequate attention and love.
But Judge Sabri went further about how family members in Detroit also failed this little girl before she even mentioned the name of the man sitting in front of her, Jarvis Butts, the man at the center of a 5-day hearing. Bit by bit, prosecutors here worked to connect the dots that Butts allegedly abused Neziah over a long period of time sexually, allegedly controlled her life. Prosecutors say Butts got Neziah pregnant, and the judge said she believes all of the evidence shows Butts allegedly tried to abort the pregnancy himself. But the judge says she believes Butts injured Neziah and then murdered her.
He intentionally killed her and tried his best to cover it up.
But without finding Neziah's body, investigators focused on Butts, and they had to find his cell phone. Butts told police he had nothing to hide and told police to go through his phone.
Things in my phone, y'all have possession of my phone. Take a look at it, go through it. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know how she said.
Apparently, Butts was right. There was nothing linking him to abusing or killing Neziah on his cell phone, but that's where Detroit police data experts dug in. Expert after expert detailing in court how they extracted all of the deleted material from his phone, his web searches, how to abort a pregnancy using antifreeze, and then the thousands upon thousands of text messages he sent to Neziah. Detroit police.
This nigga he's searching for how to abort a child with antifreeze. Yo, I mean, I guess I'm not supposed to understand this because I don't understand this. See, this is the part that's really bugs me the fuck out. Please, y'all, please do not judge me for what I'm about to say. Just please don't judge me for this. I just have to be real. How did this go on for so long? What is going on that our children are going through this sexual abuse, and the minute that they're leaving their homes, their first instinct is not telling them to automatically go to the police, to automatically go to school and go to the principal, the guidance counselor, somebody to let them know what has happened to them that first time. I'm going to tell you a story. See, I'm gonna get into my life because I want this kind of fucked with me when I paid attention to this. You say you with me right here, Kev? I see you. This is what I need. This is what's bugging me out. Number one, a grandparent can't raise a fucking grandchild. A grandparent is there to assist a parent. A grandmother is there to assist a parent. Not to raise a child. Number one, the mentality, the flexibility, the vulnerability is totally different with a grandmother and a newborn child. Or what? A teenager. Club, am I making sense? Because let me tell y'all a story. I'm not going to no direct names, so I'm just going to use a couple of names. I got a cousin. Her name was Orange. If I'm lying, man, I never hugged my mother again. Melinda, I see you in the building, sis. Yo, Shots, listen to this story. Dog, listen to this story. FTC, Team Guardian shit. Listen to this story. You know, I don't care about telling the truth because I told you I got some weird ass families. I told y'all when I first moved to North Carolina, I whipped out one of my uncles. If you go back to my shows, you'll see it. Dog and all of them will tell you. I whipped out one of my uncles because I went to a cookout and I found out my little cousin had a 2-year-old child with my uncle. My great uncle. But let me tell you some deeper shit. I got a cousin, her name is Orange. Let me tell you about this cousin, Orange. She has a mother named Lemon. The mother, Lemon, her baby father, his name is Pear. Now, Pear and Lemon made my little cousin Orange. But Pear, my cousin baby father, Pear, he wasn't really on that goofy shit. Yo, you ain't gonna be running around in streets and juke joints and drinking. Every time I turn around, niggas is finding you places and you ain't gonna be late. You ain't gonna be just leaving my kid in the crib like that. He dealt with it till he couldn't deal with it no more and he left. But my cousin baby father, Pear, still wanted to be an Orange life. Now, my little cousin Orange, it was just her living with her mom's Lemon. Then her mom's Lemon, she met this nigga named Grape. Stay with me, because these is real names. So I just switched it up. Her mom's the Lemon, she met this nigga named Grape. Harley, I see you. Grape was getting money. Money. Pills, coke, bud, bootlegging, racing cars. Had a great job. I'm talking about $27.50. That's 2004 when I first moved down here. My cousin Lemon, she started working in a nursing home. Now, Grape raised my little cousin Orange from when she was about 9 years old. My cousin Lemon started working in a nursing home. So in the nursing home, my cousin Lemon, she was such a great worker. Instead of them having her work every night or every other night or on the weekends, they gave her 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Now, Grape and Orange are still occupying the same house when my cousin Lemon is at work. Now, years are passing by. My little cousin Orange, she's getting older now. She's like 12, 13, but she's not the average 12 or 13-year-old in size. Now she's 14 and she's smoking weed. She's drinking. She fucking with that booger sugar. 14 years old, fucking with that booger sugar. And guess who she was getting the cocaine from, y'all? Would anybody in here like to guess? Because we're talking about a little girl that allegedly was getting sexually assaulted by a horrible creature. Now, the horrible creature is the horrible creature. He's the creature. He's the manipulator. He did that wrong. Death to him. Stone him to death. Let's talk about this little girl. Stay with me now. My little cousin Orange was occupying the same home with Grape. He was bagging up in front of her. That's what started the curiosity, the money. Grape was giving her the coke, Harley. The nigga that my cousin Lemon started fucking with after her baby father, Pear, broke out. So now she's sniffing cocaine with a grown man. Now she's drinking alcohol with a grown man. Now she's smoking weed with a grown man. Now her mother isn't home at 2 weeks at a time when this grown man is used to being, how can I say, satisfied or pleased by her mother. So his sexual craves are still there. And now pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. This is where it gets real interesting. Grape decides to break up with my cousin Lemon. So it's just Lemon and my cousin Orange. Now they wondering why Grape don't fuck with my cousin Lemon no more, but they recognizing my cousin Orange. She got the new jeans, the new Jordans, the brand new clothes. She got the little car. He bought a little Honda Accord. She ain't got no license, nothing. She got the little Honda Accord. She got the little Honda Accord driving around town. One night, her mom's had a stomach virus. Yo, Harley, you ready for this? One night, her mother had a stomach virus, and because she was working in a nursing home, they insisted that she leave because of airborne flu chemicals that can make them patients sick. She go home and Grape and motherfucking Orange is in motherfucking Lemon bed, fucking each other brains out. Ain't nobody caught? Oh, Harley caught it. Harley caught it. Orange, my little cousin, was fucking her mother's Lemon ex-man Grape. Yo, Club, you ready for this? Is you ready for this, Club? Is you ready for this? Yo, dog, you ready for this? What do you think she told my family? What do you think she told my family? What do you think she told her mother when her mother caught her in her bed with her ex-man that ironically just cut her mother off? But they thought her mother was at work and wouldn't be home to that following weekend. And she told my family that he had been graping her since she was 10 years old. Now she's 14 years old. Now she's 14 years old. Now, from her story, allegedly from the age of 10 to 14, this man was graping her. How? Was he a sexual predator? Yes. Was he a sexual deviant? Yes. Let's say he even manipulated her. Yes. But why did she not say anything in the 4 years that this was going on and the 2 years that she was messing with him on the low after he ironically left her mother? Now, this is my family I'm talking about. Y'all ready for the conclusion behind this? Alonzo, I see you in the building. All-star real estate extraordinaire. You heard that? You heard that? Thank you for asking that question, Club. Now, you want to hear something? Remember I told y'all about her real biological father by the name of Pierre? Murderer. I ain't talking about a nigga that caught a body by mistake, then did time in the feds a couple of times for murder. His name ring like ling 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 ling. Guess who my cousin Lemon is married to? Guess who my cousin Lemon is now married to? Grape.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tougher, and he still told. Like,
now I want to go into a different segment. You see how everybody's shaking their head? Now ask me, why did she marry him? After catching him in the bed with her 14-year-old daughter. Because of Texas. Because of Texas. Because of sexes. Because of sex enhanced videos that she made sending to him over the 2-year period that they were dealing. Texas, when she was saying she hate her mother. She can't stand her mother, telling intricate details of her mother dealing with her baby father, which was the truth. I don't know what he told her per se that made her disregard the fact that he violated her child. And goddamn it, I ain't gonna say my family got all their motherfucking sense, because some of us is bugged the fuck out. But listen, they are married now. So this is what got me dangerous about this situation, because I want y'all to pay attention to another little segment that I decided to look at. Check this out. Pay attention to this. Check the Texas. Fair YouTube users.
I sends, babe, you up? With some question marks. Then she sends another set of question marks. He replies, yeah.
The first text that she sends to him, is, babe, are you up?
Isaiah sends, babe, you up? With some question marks. Then she sends another set of question marks. He replies, yeah. Isaiah sends, my period haven't came at all. She sends, hello, you there? With some question marks. Jarvis replies to Isaiah, what you mean? Isaiah says, it have not came. Jarvis replies to her, since when? Isaiah then sends at 14:38:42, since I was in the hospital. The next message is, that was last month. I'm scared. I don't know, IDK, what to do. I have to go to the doctor's TM for tomorrow. And Jarvis replies in his eye and says, you said that you took a pregnancy test and it was negative. She replies, it did. And Jarvis then replies, so go get another one. And Isaiah tells him on a text, I can't, I have no money. After that, she says, you go get one. Says, you ain't scared to get a plan B, get a pregnancy test and bring it later today. Just act like you have to use the bathroom. She says, PLS for please. She then replies, will you do it, with some question marks? She sends hello with a bunch of question marks. Jarvis replies to her with okay.
Okay, and moving on to the searches, what dates do those searches encompass?
December 9th, 10th, and 11th of 2023.
September 9th, 10th, and 11th of 2023. Ironically, one of them days is my birthday, September the 10th. Bae, are you up? My period hasn't came on since I went to the hospital. This dumb nigga talking about, yo, you took a pregnancy test and you talking about you wasn't pregnant. She said it did. Tell her to go get another one. I ain't got no money. That's an animal. That nigga's a sick, sadistic animal. Death to him so many vicious ways. How did that little girl at 13 years old, what has she been through that she became so comfortable? So comfortable with dealing with that man. Is this the first time she dealt with an older man? Did her parents sell her? Did they trick her out? I'll tell you, I know some stories. But what happened if that baby was sitting up comfortable enough to correspond with him in text messages if her notion of him possibly being her child's father is in question? How are they having that conversation? How are they having that conversation? Seriously. Let's get a little more into this, man.
You know, the murder of Naziah Harris has captured.
To Naziah. Detroit Police Sergeant Shannon Jones and her team got those deleted texts. And for hours, Jones read hundreds of those texts in court, text after text showing a 42-year-old man in complete control of a 13-year-old girl.
He sends her.
That's what I wanted y'all to see. This picture right here. A 45-year-old man, as they describe, in control of a 13-year-old girl. How did this go on for so long and nothing was never done? And the sad part about it is that family can't even get peace by burying that child. They can't get no peace for it. You know what I want to talk about before I get out of here? parenting. You know what I noticed now? Shout out to Tizzle Tay, shout out to Artist Morrison, shout out to Queen Jailer. They had said something the other night about mental health. I've been talking about this shit. The strongest and greatest thing I can say about a good majority of people, all colors, but especially with Black people, we came out of that shell of that egotistical bullshit about, yo, we ain't got to talk to nobody about the problems that we holding inside. That's why I said I got a plan for a fire-ass show with Tizzle Tay, Artist Morrison, Queen Jailer, and myself, and to be dropping the link for certain people to pull up and converse about the topics. And I got some real deep topics because, you know, it's always going to be a different point of view, but a great conversation that I always believe between men and women, especially on our points and views. So look out for that. I'm going to hit Artists after I finish this live in a few minutes. But I want to talk about parenting for a minute. This is something I want people to put on their mind right quick. Some people fail to realize, I remember it was times when people were getting locked up for shaking their babies. Y'all remember that? Women, men, especially teenagers. When children would start crying, being first-time parents, they would be so overwhelmed and frustrated. The only thing that they would think to do was grab the child and scream or try to shake them to make them stop crying. And unfortunately, that wound up unaliving a lot of children. There's still people going through that shit. And I think people need to start really paying attention to their friends that got children, especially when it comes to them babies, and especially when it comes to them kids in them imperative ages, like between the ages of 3 to 10. People don't give the kids the credit that we're supposed to be giving our kids. Yo, these kids is geniuses, man. Eve, I see you in the building. Shake it. Big thing there. Shout out to the whole now. Nowadays, these children are incredible with these computers, these cell phones. Think about it. Our children are assisting us in hooking up certain things with the computer, certain things with the TV. When it comes to these weirdo ass niggas out here, that baby's 13 years old, and he won't even do the decency to say, well, check this out. I'm caught dead wrong. Whatever they got in store for me, I'm going to take it. But check this out. Let that family bury that child. But what we got to do is start paying attention to our daughters. We got to start paying attention. Our sons, you want to hear some funny shit? It's so fucked up now. When we was coming up, like I remember that the daughters, if they were younger, the sons took the dean responsibility of being an authoritative figure besides the father and the mother, especially when the parents weren't around. Now, if the daughters were older, like my mother was, rest in peace, she was the one to be the deemed dominant figure. But it was a level of respect, you know what I'm saying, with siblings because of the love and the attention that was paid to us by our parents. And then you know we got to stop doing too? We got to stop being so fucking judgmental. Like, it's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. You know what? I had a conversation with a guy at the job the other day. It's a new dude at the job. He gay. So they was like, yo, Dice, you're going to train him to stack. I was like, all right. So they like, yo, you good with that? I'm like, good with what? It was like, yo, you know he gay, right? I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with me? It was like, you know, people don't want to work with him because they're gay. I said, the niggas that don't want to work with that young man because he is gay have something to hide. I done gave the nigga a new name. That's on my mother's grave. We call that nigga sexual sentiment. Shout out to sexual sentiment. We had that nigga packing boxes today. But let me tell you something. The craziest part, I fucked with him all day. But the reason what got him comfortable, a couple of dudes on the other side was fucking with him. And I was like, yo, leave the nigga alone. So once niggas heard that, like, this is all jokes out on my mother's soul. This was God's talk on some calm tone. I just like, yo, leave the nigga alone. You know, they got me training them, and y'all niggas is fucking with my motherfucking emotion right now, yo. They ain't bothering from the rest of the day. He's like, he got real comfortable. He was like, yo, I'm a little tired. Yo, I ain't trying to make fun of him. I'm just being real. He was like, I'm a little tired. It's like about 4:15. We don't get off the 5. I'm like, yo, you got 15 more minutes in you, bro. You can get it. He was like, I can't make it. He said, I can't make it. I'm tired. My arms hurt. So the people that came in to relieve us, they started working. So he just leaned up on the wall. I was like, yo, boy, just get up off the camera. Do something. Just get up off the camera. He was like, I'm so tired. I can't move. But the nigga did his job. Before he got around me, yo, club, all jokes aside, before he got around me, everybody just tried to alienate him. So I heard 4 different people from Haitian, this is facts, from Venezuelan, from Honduras, and from American. I'm like, yo, why up? It was like, yo, that nigga gay, boy. I told 2 of them, y'all niggas in love with him, right? Y'all know, that's on my mother's grave. Y'all know how I am. I can fight, so certain shit I say, you know. I see y'all niggas is in love with that dude. I say, yo, how is y'all niggas paying attention to a nigga's sexuality? Yo, check this out. Me, y'all know what I do. Y'all can go look at my shorts. I load motherfucking boxes all day. I don't have to be loading boxes all day because we have more people where I can just have somebody there like I was training him. I was just training him for another line. See, the reason why I'm cool with the boxes, because I know what I got to do. You dig? Smooth, got my flow, everything is lined up. All that walking around like Kunta Kinte and shit like that, that's how he got his motherfucking foot cut off. But back to the young lady that got, unfortunately, you know what? And we can't say, like they say, well, we haven't found the body yet. Because, see, that's the part that disgusts me also. With this particular case, there are texts, right? It's his word against an alleged person's word saying that he didn't see her 2 weeks prior. But another person says that she was at their shop. I talked about this before. There's hard concrete evidence, and then there's circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence don't hold up in court. That shit don't hold up in court. The judicial system is so motherfucking fucked up. They allegedly, the only thing they're worried about is how their face looks. So what they have to do is have this case completed. It has to be finished. Either they're going to get a conviction, which they are going for, or they're going to get a plea. But what kind of plea are they going to get? Because there's still no body. But how did that young girl get all that time to go through that situation, that monster, and no one recognized it? No, I mean, you mean nobody at the school recognized? First of all, a lot of the women in here know if they see a young girl that may be family member or somebody of their friends in the street, maybe looking a certain way. Where I'm from, the women pull them to the side. Yo, check this out. What's up with you, girl? Why? Oh, button your shirt up. Why you outside like that? You mean to tell me nobody had no concern of this young girl and things that she may have been involved with? This one of them dudes and this one of them cases, I didn't want to do it, but a couple of people asked me to do it. And it's like when I looked at it, I was a little disgusted with it so much. You dig what I'm saying? But I had to give it for the people. A little grown folks content. You see what Dog said? Some guy half dead for this. Because like I said, if they took it to the laws of cross seas, he wouldn't even be in court. He'd be chained up on a wall and gunned down. Facts. But I want everybody to put their prayers together for that. People that was in attendance, I appreciate y'all. People that may watch it on the replay. Everything is on the green with me, but I just need y'all to do me one favor. Start leaving some comments. Even though the people give me great comments, start giving me some questions. Start giving me suggestions for things you want to check out. But I'm still going to do a backup show on this. There's some things I got to really, really find out about this case. For everybody in attendance, y'all don't know how I feel. Like they said, I seen this post on Instagram. It said, if you really was outside back in the days and you survived it, what we do nowadays is do old man shit. Go to work, sit in the crib, and be bored. But you know what the best part about that is, y'all? We get to live. Pay attention to your kids. Be more investigative with your kids. Be a goddamn detective. I don't give a fuck. Every place that you would have hid something in your child's room, you need to go to that place and look. Ladies, get on them little girls that you are raising. Conversate with them about these motherfucking niggas in the street, because there's so many people that's in their path, from going to school, from going to the store, from walking down the block, from anywhere, from going to the mall, from going to the movies, from going to the beach, from going to visit family and friends. Fellas, be more informative in your kid's life. Grow the fuck up. Stop worrying about the fact somebody might be fucking your baby mother. It's bigger things to worry about. Somebody might be trying to hurt your child. Appreciate y'all for another edition of Grown Folks Conversation. Big Dice the Ruler. I've been out here since Calvin Coolers. Brooklyn versus everybody. Salute. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other